Hey guys, I started before queuing because I want to address something really important that Greg has said last game, and I feel it's a good subject to talk about because it makes me reflect on my own decisions, and also it's just a good subject to discuss overall. Look at the team comp right in front of you. This is Vagar, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up so everyone sees. All right. On the right side was our side. We have Tristana, myself, Renekton, which is a physical champion, Mastery, which is obviously a physical champion, a tank here, and kind of a tank here, but a lot of people play MAP. So we have a mostly physical comp with very little DPS for magical. I say DPS because Gragas surely has high burst amount, but very low DPS towards a very long duration of a fight. And look at the other side. They have a Galio. The rest of their comp is irrelevant. Let's say I rolled Galio in this instance, and I look on the other side, and I see the comp on the left side. I'm like, well, shit. I need to stack armor this game because most of their comp is physical, right? So I start with my usual. I would probably still get a mana item, either Rod of Ages or GLP or Abyssal, just because Galio is kind of mana intensive, or maybe even Gauntlet. Just started with a Sheen and whatnot and stuff like that, or Frozen Heart. Yeah, Frozen Heart is probably what I would do. Honestly, I would start with a Glacial Shroud, go Frozen Heart. That takes care of all my mana needs, and then I keep going with. Locket, Knight's Vow, Randuin's, Warmugs, all that good shit. And here is what Gragas said. He said they're stacking armor. Therefore, magical damage is really important for me to build because otherwise we have no magical damage and they can just stack armor and we won't be able to damage them. That was his main argument. And to follow up with that argument, what that transcended into is that I should build full glass with Morellos and Liandry's and Lichbane. Here's my argument. When you're a tank, and you're against another tank that stacks the type of damage that you do not have, like for instance, if I'm Gragas and the other tank on the other side is stacking armor, my thesis is that going full glass AP won't allow you to kill the opposing tanks anyways, and here's why. When you look at magical skills like Gragas, they're all bottlenecked by cooldowns, meaning that you can't just right-click, like hit them in the face with auto attacks that deal physical damage. There's a whole bunch of exceptions to this. For instance, all on-hit champions like Kog'Maw, Kale, Azir, and Corki. These are AP hyper carries. Hyper carries means that you can ditch a high amount of damage in a long amount of time, whereas the contrary to that is burst, whereas you ditch a high amount of damage in a short amount of time, and if you can survive this initial burst, the following damage is very minimal compared to like the first 1 or 2 seconds. So to come back to Gragas, he's cooldown gated. If you want to deal damage, it has to come through the form of his Q, which is like a 10-second cooldown. His W, which granted has a pretty short cooldown. I think it's like 3 or 4 seconds max level. His E, which is a high cooldown as well, 10 seconds, and his ult, which is also a high damage cooldown. So if there's a Galio in front of you and you're like, I'm gonna use all my 4 spells on his face, you're not even gonna take away 1,000 HP from his 1/5 of his HP. And here's why. Because maximum HP counters spells. It's as simple as that. If I play Varus, if I play Darius, if I play any mage, if I go against a target that has 0 magic resist but has 4 to 5k HP, I'm not going to be able to kill them. Because it would take too long amount of time to kill them where they can just run off and warmug it up. So Gragas said the problem is that they have armor, and I'm gonna solve this by buying AP items. but it doesn't solve it because he still wouldn't be able to deal damage to Galio. Like no doubt, I'm pretty sure that if I look at the damage done and I look at Galio, wait, what happened? I'm pretty sure. Whoops, no physical. Magic damage taken. Look at that. Galio stacked armor, right? Look at the damage Galio. Top one here is physical, and bottom here is magical. Obviously, it's normal for Galio to take that much damage from physical because we had mostly physical damage. But look at that. Not even 6k damage of magical. If Gragas ever did damage to people, it was most likely to Kha'Zix and followed by Caitlyn, followed by the other two, not Galio. So if your argument to armor stacking is I will build full glass, you're only deluded yourself, at least in my opinion. Like I'm not saying this is fact. I'm just providing you guys with my opinion on the matter. If we see one type of damage on one side and we choose to stack one type of resist, which you should, it doesn't automatically mean that this type of damage is going to deal 0 damage to you, because they can still get Void Staff, they can still get high amounts of penetration items, like they can get Sudden Impact, Sork and Guys, and Void Staff, and have Abyssal. All of these like have a very high amount of damage dealing potential, even if you have like 200 magic resist. And additionally, it's even less true for physical, because unlike magical, physical damage is not cooldown gated. I was Tristana and this guy's Mastery. We can just auto attack 2 times a second, and we're not like bottlenecked by having to wait for cooldown, just staying around not doing damage. We can just ditch damage nonstop, right? So even if the guy you're against has 250 armor and has Thornmail, Tabby, and all that, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna be able to deal damage with them as long as you have like just the Last Whisper and maybe like one guy with Black Cleaver. You're still gonna be able to ditch 200, 300 damage to their face each auto attacks, and that obviously takes into consideration Blade of the Rune King and the crits. But I mean, this is the life of an ADC. If you go against a guy that's stacking armor, you're still going to be able to kill them really fast if you auto attack them a lot, even if they have 3k HP and 200 armor. Like people think that because they have one type of resist, they're unkillable, but that's not true. Over a long period of time, you'll lose HP. So if this Galio would go against me in a duel, I would probably kill him. Like obviously, like he didn't have Thornmail. Like this obviously changes when you're against a fighter like Jax or Udyr that's stacking armor and is doing damage. So this doesn't really apply to fighters. But for a tank like a Galio, he doesn't really have a good opportunity to defend himself. So he's really easy to auto attack. Having said that, all this just to let you guys know that if you're in this particular situation where you're Gragas, don't go Lich Bane and Guys and Morelos. Don't do that. Just put yourself in a situation where you're able to deal some damage, but at the same time staying strong and not dying in a team fight. That way you're always able to peel for your ADCs. Because here's the thing. Keeping your ADC alive and protected allows him to auto-attack the people stacking armor, meaning that as long as he's freely auto-attacking behind you, he's doing damage, and you're killing his tanks, the tanks on the other side. So this is the situation where you want, exactly. Whereas if you go full glass, and you're like, well, my job is to try to burst people, or to, I don't know, burst the tank myself, and as a result, Kha'Zix can jump on your carries in the back, or the support can disrupt them, your team is not doing any damage. So it's always preferable as a melee champion to put his carries in a position when they can freely do damage, rather than taking the damage roll onto your shoulders and trying to do it yourself. So all that for saying that I disagree with Lichbane. I disagree with Morelos. Liandry's was okay. Penetration, I always say that. Penetration is good in high amounts, and it's especially good against targets that do not have magic resist items. And if you look at their side of the map, the only magic resist they had was Merc here, Locket here, Scimitar here, Locket here, Merc here. That gives them as well, right? Yeah. They have very low amounts of magic resist. Even look at Vagar, only a Visage. I don't even think like these amount to more than 100 magic resist. So if you get a high amounts of penetration with Liandry's and all that, the Liandry's tick of a Gragas spells as well as his W percent damage. Hang on, I'm gonna show you guys. Is amplified. Gragas wiki. I want to show you guys what type of damage his W is. Look at that. Cooldown from 8 to 4 seconds gives in the damage reduction. And look at that. Bonus magic damage, 8% of target's maximum HP. It's percentage damage, meaning it gets exponentially good with Abyssal and penetration items. So I'm not saying Liandry's and Sork is bad. These two are excellent. Even Liandry's helps you with your tankiness a bit. But what I'm saying is that he should have gotten an Abyssal Rush, and instead of Lichbane, I would get Gauntlet. That's it. Like, I'm not sacrificing your damage too much, right? I'm not being unreasonable. He's still gonna have the 10% more 15% more damage to champions from Abyssal, and he still has a Sheen. Except by having Gauntlet, he puts himself less vulnerable against Kha'Zix and auto attacks from K, so he can stay in lane faster. He gets more CDR. He gets an extra 10% CDR, which, by the way, his build only had 30. So, and Morales is not good. Like, you want to go Abyssal 10, Gauntlet 20, and then the last maybe Warm Mug, something like that, or even Transcendence. I'm not sure which masteries Gragas is supposed to get, but getting CDR and Gragas is important. Like, so yeah, this entire rant, just to say that, don't go for that. Always like try to favor items that give you both tankiness and resists, as well as damage. And there's a reason why Abyssal is a high win rate on every single tank, even the ones that don't scale off AP. It's a good item. It does everything. It does everything, helps your entire team, and it's just so cost efficient. Gives you HP, resist, CDR, and mana. It fills 4 rows, and that's not even taking the damage accountability. It's just an excellent item, and even then, people still manage to not build it. It's not on Galio. Honestly, this game, I'm not sure if I would build it on Galio, because he was against an unholy amount of physical damage, but at least get a mana item, right? I'm pretty sure he started with Knight's Vow, not Morelos. I'm not sure. Whatever. So that's that. That's just what I wanted to clarify, honestly. And I feel, and I feel that what he said had some merit to it. Like his logic was sound, but as arrogant as it sounds, I think it was just wrong. Like, I understood his argument, but it just doesn't work like that, because you're not going to be able to kill tanks, even if you build full glass. So I think, in my opinion, when this situation arises, and you're a tank, and you're like, well, should I build full glass in hopes of killing their tanks that are stacking armor? No. The answer should be, I will build some damage to be able to deal damage in a long period of time with my W as Gragas. But my main goal is to still protect my carries in the back. And unfortunately, he didn't really do that all game. Like I'm not saying like it's all his fault. It's not at all how it worked. Like we were super outcomped. They had like way stronger champions on the other side. It was a game we were supposed to lose, and I'm not blaming him from anything. Like, they did some really stupid moves. I did as well. Everyone makes mistakes. No hard feelings there. But however, when you use an argument like that, sometimes it will happen in a future game where it does matter. Like this game, it didn't matter because we ended up winning it. But I feel that it's important to view every single one of your opinions and question them. And when I mention things like that, like the rant I just said, I also question myself, like, is it really worth it to do it? But whenever I think about it and I further, I dig deeper and deeper into my argument, I just find that it doesn't stand up as an argument to try to kill tanks with like 3 or 4k HP. So yeah, my argument is that it doesn't work, and yeah, it's wrong to do that. You should always try to peel for your teammates, especially when you're heavily outcomped like that. You're gonna win through tankiness, not through bursting people down. At the end of the day, what this last game showed us is that at the end of the day, what's most important is playing well, not rolling good champions. Because as you saw, for 99% of the games, we were getting fucked. We lost laning, we lost the team fights, we lost an objective. They were always on our side of the map, but we won. It only took one mistake and we still won. So never surrender, and always try to pilot your champion optimally and wait for them to make a mistake. That's how you'll win games that are unwinnable, quote unquote. So that's that. That's what I had to say about the matter. It's fucking freezing here. Fucking Canada, man. And I don't know what the fuck is up with my rolls. I keep getting free weeks. We had like 2 or 3 dodges that I rolled 3 weeks. Oh yeah. Whoa. This comp is okay. Fighter, fighter, fighter. Mage carry, AD carry. We're gonna get Dark Harvest. I'm not even gonna check his win rate on stuff. I wanna get Sudden Impact. Like that. Do I really want that? Oh, I want that, yeah. And Tenacity. There we go. That's what I want. Now we can check. I'm pretty sure that's how you build Udyr. But we're gonna go in detail after the game. He's 42% win rate. What's his 44? Yeah, Dark Harvest is the best. Apparently, oh, Cheap Shot. Yeah. We're gonna get Cheap Shot because you stun people when you bear slap them. Eyes and movement speed's better. Okay, Tenacity in that. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was correct. Everything here is good. I like it. Yeah, honestly, it's a very bad comp, but I have a good feeling about it. We're really good fighters, and we're all high DPS, and we can punish like really hard because we're riddled with CC. So even though it's very very low tier, I think it's gonna be a fun game. Wow, yeah, their comp is like, it's reasonable. They're very very squishy. They don't have a single thing. God fucking damn it, it's so cold. Winter is here, and it's cold! Now we're talking. Alright, so Katarina will be dangerous. So I'm gonna get an Abyssal, lock it into Knight's Vow, I think. And then somewhere along the line, Warmugs. This is the full-on bitch boy build. Do I want Tiger Strike? Yeah. They don't have melee. We only go Phoenix Strike when they have melees. And they don't. Hang on, I'm fucking lagging. There we go. Okay. 2 things here, guys. Notice the way I didn't bear slap him first. I Tiger Striked, The guy realized that he was getting bursted down. But then I bear slapped him, so I'm 100% sure he was about to flash. But because I stunned him after he took damage and not before, he wasn't able to respawn. Let's heal back up. I fucking love rolling Udyr. It's one of my favorite champions to play. Yeah! Oh, the Triumph got me! Dude, there's a fucking... No, let's not grab the... Now we can grab it, because they were off cooldown. So I was safe to go grab... Wow, this Syndra is spamming like crazy. I'm spamming my spells right now. Oh. Because I want to regen HP from Calist. Oh. He prevented my bear slap. They had a lot of CC2. I'm gonna get Merc this game for sure. Let's right click. We're gonna max our shield first this game because we want to peel. Oh, ow. Okay, no. Fuck, fine. Oh, you could have went in, honestly. They're gonna be very, very obnoxious with their spells, especially Syndra. Oh, there's a Dark Harvest over there. I don't think I can grab it though. Let's see. Yeah, I could. Let's heal up. Cool. Stacking up Dark Harvest. If there's a heal in the back, I'll go grab it. Oh, I'll stop using my spells now. I'm low on mana. When your mana gets like to 1/4, stop using them. But as you get like... Okay, got hit. Yeah. I got stunned by Syndra. I should have known she was in there. Okay, so we got that. Actually, you know what, guys? We're gonna get Merc. I think this is more important than rushing Abyssal. Let's get to the lane ASAP. This Aurelia is going places. Seal back up. There we go. What? That was so bullshit. I was so in range to slap her and didn't go. Ah, that was bullshit. We have Mantle. Oh wow. Is he maxing his debut first? Now I'm hot. Ah. No one's in there. Oh, that touched me. But already we're starting to see that spears don't deal much damage. Oh, they hit level 6 before us. We got that. Do I really want... Yeah, I want Locket's second item. Wow, she didn't die. Good job. Wow. This guy's crazy! Oh, I want those Dark Harvest. I'm gonna take the turret shots. Let's spam our spells. Get back HP. I guess he just wanted to die. Okay. I accept this retaliation. Can we? No, let's wait for Liss. Oh, he crit me. Didn't have time to bear slap him and shield him. He just crit me. What happened? Did he flash? One more! Yes! Good job, boy. Yeah, we're going to lock it next item for sure. 100% sure. Or everyone's fighting. Everyone's fighting and everyone's taking damage. It's going to be super important. Oh, a Dark Harvest. I will take your spear, boy. Let's regen HP. I'll take it. Oh, you got fucked. Yeah, we have to get away from that. Tasty Dark Harvest on the ground, but it was a bad engagement. Couldn't do anything. Oh, I could have just slapped it. It was a bad engagement because the Sundra dove. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we're going to lock it next. That. Don't having a. Oh, we probably will have enough though. Lol. Not thank you enough. I will wait for a lock it. Yes. Could have fought. I guess not. Try Plume. I know that. Oh, Lazy Old Fire. I know this guy. Let's regen back HP by spamming stances. Oh, Dark Harvest on the ground. Oh. A bad fight, but not too bad of a bad fight. Fuck. Spear, yeah, you saw it. This guy doesn't tunnel vision. He's good. We're gonna get Locket. We got Locket. I'm hurrying back to lane ASAP. Diving is not a good idea though. Need this down. Oh, Dark Harvests. Yeah, I want Phoenix Strike second, not Bear Stance. Alright, good job, we come back. But these guys are low. This guy should just run in and die. He's trying to fish for a good snare, but I'm not giving him one. Yeah, he got bursted. Now, important part is, do not fight 4v5. We do not fight. LOL! Amazing! Did you guys see what Jin did? He cut her like such a low % chance of success. Wow, this guy's poking as fuck, man. Now Mordekaiser is on the way back. We're diving that, right? There we go. This guy overstood his welcome. Lol. Yeah, this game didn't end up being really close. Pretty stumpy. Yeah, pretty. I'm glad I got Udyr though. I fucking love this champion. But it's a shame that it didn't go like a long 25-minute game. I prefer these over small stumps. This was our 200th game, boys! Jin. He did some cute plays. I didn't agree with his items, but he played well. $2,945. 2,945. It was a win. Wow, 200 games, boys. Now we have to drag out the match history. Stump, built, tanky versus burst. That's it. That's it. Everyone built tanky. Everyone, look at that. Merc, Guardian, Hex. Banshee's Veil, tank, tank, tank. Only Jin didn't build tank, which is fine. And look at that. Even Aurelia, Merc, Visage, Wits End. Everyone did their job correctly. So yeah, I agree with this. So let's put in, yeah, but there's nothing much to say, honestly. We were so ahead. They had loads of CC, but we could mitigate it with Merc. And we had Aurelia that has Tenacity with her passive. And I had the fucking Tenacity Mastery. So really well there. And late game I would have gotten the Tenacity Potion, the Elixir of Iron. So let's drag this down to 300. Alright. So I'll see you guys next game.